Hey, everybody, Doug.
Greg.
And this is Mike.
And we are the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast, part of the Off the Tongue Podcast Network. And who else might be on the Off the Tongue Podcast Network, you might ask? Well, you got the Greener Grass podcast. We got Teach a Dummy, Skate Ohio, the original Copycats, and Pint Pals podcast. So make sure to check all them out and give us a listen as well. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Welcome
Here we
back.
are. It is cooling off a little bit.
We like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not
Got
bad.
a little teeny edge of fall in it.
Not bad. We're kind of winging it tonight, so it's been a crazy week for all of us, busy, and we're recording not on our regular night, and so that throws everything off for me.
I know. It feels like
it shouldn't,
the
but
normal
it
night.
feels completely off because I've been working, and it's like, I don't know.
We're out of whack.
We're out of sorts. But I got something on a road sign. I want to talk about road signs a little bit, and then I think Mike's got something about a wedding, and that's going to get us into some talk. I want to talk Paralympics. We've wrapped up the Olympics.
Yes, the Olympics are basically wrapping up, and
then Greg's going to have us sing the alphabet song or something. I don't know what's happening with that.
Yes, the alphabet song.
So I will start us off. So I sent you two pictures of a sign I came across in Springfield. I've never seen the sign before, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do about it.
Nothing.
It's like the diamond caution
warning
warning
Yes.
sign, and it's of a squirrel. Like I drove by, I had to go back. Like, what? Was that a squirrel? It's like, yes, it's a squirrel. Now I sent other pictures to you guys of other signs. I didn't see these, but I have. I get the deer. Yeah, okay, deer crossing. You hit a deer with your car, it will mess your car up. I mean, you don't want to hit a deer.
From personal experience, I can attest.
Yeah, and then the children playing. If you hit them, that will mess your car up.
You don't want to hit the children.
You don't want to hit the children playing. The school
Mike,
crossing.
you don't have a personal experience on that, do you?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
PedExing crossing and all that stuff, and hidden drive ahead, all that. Okay, I get those. I don't know why that they had to put up a squirrel.
And it's not
sign.
like it's a squirrel crossing or anything.
No, it's just
sitting there.
It's just squirrel.
There's a little tiny crosswalk
squirrel.
for the squirrel. Little buttons.
Well, the deer, they show it in action. It's in the air. It's
prancing
legs.
or
It's
dancing or something.
Yeah. The squirrel, just sitting there.
Of course, that's probably what the squirrel is doing on the road. Just sitting there,
That's true.
Yeah, they should have it like darting, show it.
back and forth.
He can't decide which way he wants to run.
But I don't get why there's a squirrel sign. Now, I've come across some weird. I came across the diamond sign of the seesaw or the teeter-totter.
Yeah, that was weird. I saw that
Yeah.
one.
And
Well, it's
then-
weird too on the squirrel. It's got like a little light or reflector
It's got the
on
warning
top.
sign, the warning
Yeah.
light at
Now,
the top.
to be fair, this sign is not the one I saw. The one I saw did not. It was this sign, but didn't have the reflector.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't get a good picture of the one because I was driving. So I just found other people had posted pictures, but this is not the one. So the one I had did not have a reflector on there,
Okay.
but everything else is exactly the same. So another thing, the children playing signs. It's like, well, teach your kids not to play in the road.
Yeah,
Why are
that
they
would
playing
be
in
better.
the road?
In my neighborhood, that's the only place the kids
Oh,
play.
well.
In the road.
And you'll go in a neighborhood and it'll be like, I forget how they phrase it, but like blind person area.
I was just going to say
and it's like, it'll be up for 30 years. And it's like, I mean,
well, blind people
I think it's
live
like blind,
more than
it'd be
5 or 10 years.
So-
It's not like a dog.
No, it's like blind kids or something like, it was something about kids.
Oh, okay.
And it's like 20, 25 years later, it's like, these are not kids anymore. They're adults now.
It could be a new one came
Maybe
in.
that
some more
person is
moved in.
poking kids in the eye.
Yeah, that could be.
The cycle must continue.
When we come over here, we drive the back way and come through the country, and there's a section, and for as long as I can remember, there's a sign that says caution, blind person area. But it's not like, what, are they just wandering through the woods or what?
Well, they can't see, so they could be.
I mean, I get it. But I try to be cautious all the time of everything. It's like, look out, he's not blind.
Yeah.
He better look out for me. But there's only so much I can do, I guess, as if he darts out in front of me. But yeah, I don't get that either. But yeah, the squirrel, that's one of the more weird signs I've come across.
I've never seen that one.
Still not. I still think the teeter-totter is my favorite road sign because that one I just really had never seen. But
You go by, there's triangles in the road with boards on them. It's like
it's crazy. It's crazy. So
teeter-totters in the road.
all right. Well, that was it. That was my one thing that I had.
Okay. Well, good.
Well, let's move from one animal to another.
Okay.
I'd seen a story from Not the Bee, and this is about an owl. And we've had some real jerk bird stories.
We have had some jerk bird stories.
Yeah.
I recall Kevin. Was Kevin?
Kevin? Yeah.
What was he?
What was Kevin?
Was he a jackdaw?
Yeah.
Yes,
Jackdaw or
he
something
was.
like that?
Yeah.
But what did he do?
I don't remember.
I'm sure he was terrorizing some poor group of people.
I'm sure.
We've had the what else did we have?
From birds?
Chickens.
We've had chickens.
Lots of chickens.
Yeah.
The hawk. I think the hawk was
A magpie.
Yes. The hawk. I think a hawk was terrorizing a Texas neighborhood somewhere too.
Dropping snakes on people.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
And we
here's
talked about birds not being real.
Oh, of course. Yes, the government drones.
Yeah.
Well, here's a new one. The headline is, this wedding couple hired an owl as their ring bearer. It stole their rings and watched them cry for hours.
First, they hired an owl.
How
That's
do you
what I
hire
thought.
an owl?
They signed a contract and
Facebook ISO.
yeah,
Any
Yeah.
owls looking for some work? Couple hours.
With a birthday cake behind him.
references required, please.
See, now as far as jerky fowl, I wouldn't think owl does not come across to me as jerky. They come across kind of as wise, maybe a little
Probably because of the Tootsie
Stale.
Pop commercial.
One,
Good.
two.
little stodgy, little stale. You know, like snobby
Yeah,
maybe. But
kinda
I didn't.
snobby
I wouldn't
looking.
think of it as a jerk. But anyway,
Well, apparently this one is. So basically, this couple, they're instead of having a normal ring bearer, like you'd have
Like
a
a
little
child.
boy, yes, carry the rings. They tried a trained owl to bear the rings to the altar. So basically, it's somebody who's like a falconer kind of a thing that, they'll have the owl carry-
owler,
Yeah.
instead of a falconer.
Yeah. They'll have it, come over, land, and it'll drop the rings off. It's not supposed to be complicated. The owl is just perched up nearby and just supposed to, come and
Bring 'em
perch
down.
on the arm and, just bring the ring. So it's not really supposed to be complicated. Except, of course, this time it was.
The owl's a jerk.
I mean, it's like, the article points out pretty early on, it says, these people were pinning their whole wedding ceremony on the whims of a wild animal. It's like, yes, that is a good point to make early on here in the article. So they had also had another example here. This owl at a ceremony near Kirkstall Abbey in England stole the couple's rings, flew to the top of the abbey, and I like that they said it sadistically, like it was getting some sick pleasure out of it. It's statistically. Oh, I can't even say it anymore. Watch them and their 50 wedding guests cry for 7 hours. It was perched up there.
I'm not sitting at a wedding for 7 hours, and I'm not crying.
I was just going to ask who can cry for 7 hours. I mean, even you take break, even if you're like super depressed and sad about something. 7 hours. That's a long.
That's a
time
long
to
cry. That's
It is.
you better hydrate if you're going to be crying that
I
much.
would
Yeah.
hope. And I did they just stand there and just look at the owl for
And
7 hours?
sob?
Wouldn't you just say, okay, well, let's just take a break.
I hear-
Let's see if we can get the owl. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just
Chamber that round. Let's go.
what I like about it is the owl didn't budge the whole time. It did literally just stand on the perch.
Now that's exactly
looking
what I
down
think
the
an owl
line.
would do. Is just
Yeah.
get up there. You know what? I don't know that he was jerky. He's probably like, this is beneath the dignity of me. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
This
where
is
did these-
something that you do with a pigeon,
And where
not
did these-
an owl.
And where did these rings come from?
So it did say with the owl, they tried a few things. Seemed like they were ready to do. It seemed like when they were ready to do the rings, the owl went away. He flew on top of the abbey and stayed there all night. There was a pro handler trying to lure him down with some pieces of chicken. And they also
If they would have had the Tootsie Pop,
maybe a Tootsie
would've
Pop
come
could
right
have done it.
down.
Maybe. It said it was a mix of devastation for the couple, but they were in hysterics, and the handler was professional about the whole thing. So I guess 7 hours later, that's all the time you need to get the owl down. And it doesn't say how they actually got it to come down. There was another instance, too, they had highlighted in the article of a whole separate time that a different owl ring bearer attacked one of the guests as he was flying in. Because that's what you want at your wedding, too. You want Grandma Jones to be taloned by the owl bearing the rings. That'll make for a good memory.
Yeah,
Very memorable
This
wedding.
is more owl stories I've heard. They haven't been high on the list of problems.
No, but apparently they wanted to throw their names in the ring.
And maybe they don't like weddings.
Well, I guess I was going to say, I'm on the side of the owl, I think. I really am.
Doug runs up and grabs the rings, goes up and sits on the top of the choir
and just
choir
watches
loft
them cry.
Yeah. You want these?
I mean, but if I was an owl, that would be, I'd be like, really? I could be, you could take me out, you could have me catch rodents or do different things, fly this stupid ring to this couple. What happened to just having, your niece or nephew walk them down there and cry and have the parents coax them all the way down?
Oh, that's too normal.
Like,
Yeah.
Why are you doing this with the owl? I'm on the owl side.
The owl for the win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's about it for this story, but yeah, I kind of agree there. That's the main takeaway. Like,
Yeah.
why do we have to make things so hard?
All right.
Let's do things the normal way.
In the ring bearer category, what would be the worst animal? Now they've had monkeys, monkeys can be terrifying.
They can
You
be.
want something to go bad, you throw a monkey in there. If that goes bad, he isn't just going to fly off and sit there and watch you. He might rip your face off. I hope there's not an open bar at this wedding. Because we heard about the Garrick,
yeah,
the monkey,
Garrick,
yeah.
and he got a little
Tipsy.
taped up and was stabbing people with a knife
Well,
over in Russia.
He was on the hard liquor too.
Yeah.
Well, and he was jilted by the woman too, so that might bring back some bad memories. Oh, this woman's wanting happiness. I'm going to take her fiance out. I think the monkey would be bad. I don't
Yes.
think the monkey would be a good one.
Monkey would be bad.
My number one animal that I would not want as a ring bearer, and this is just because it's kind of the same lines as the monkey. I just went with like a grizzly bear. I don't
Oh,
want.
goodness.
I don't want a huge grizzly bear.
I wouldn't think you would.
Well, and it's like the stories of like the people who train them for movies.
Uh-huh.
There's not some good stories there. So I don't want a trained quote unquote grizzly bear walking down the aisle with my rings
No.
either.
I think, are bears the most frightened animal themselves? Frightened, scared. Because you ever hear, I was listening to a show and they were talking out on the woods. When you're walking through the woods, you're like, oh, make a lot of noise. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Because they said, well, you don't want to startle one. I'm like, it's giant. Are you telling me that I hear a and the bear looks like, oh my God, it's a human. His first instinct, I gotta kill it. It's like, you're giant. You're the biggest animal in the forest. You are the king of the forest.
I picture
I'm tropsing along and he freaks out and just like, oh, well, what happened? Well, Doug was walking. He scared the bear. He was asking for it. I scared it so that I deserve to be
Well, you're
eaten.
making too much noise.
Well, I was trying not to scare the bear. Hey, bear. Like, oh my gosh. I just always thought you don't want to startle a bear. I'm like, is it that skittish? Like,
Undoubtedly they are.
And what are they afraid of? I mean, they are the apex predators.
That's what I meant.
Like,
They're the biggest thing. There is nothing above them in the forest.
I don't know. Owls. They're scared
Except
of the
I guess
owls.
somebody traipsing and stepping on a stick.
Maybe they
Yeah.
got a guilt complex going. They think they're getting caught at something. So,
Yeah.
Maybe they are doing something nefarious.
yeah.
I can't have any witnesses. Maybe they're getting scared by a bunny rabbit. I don't want anybody telling them about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rabbit's in there.
Run away.
Hey,
Kill the rabbits.
the Monty Python rabbit's deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, grizzly bear would be bad. And I had monkey. You have any?
Red
Or-
monkey. I've got some.
Go ahead.
Not because they're mean, just because of the complexity.
I
of it.
have another thought too on some other.
Yeah, this
animals
is
here.
because of a complexity. I had a giraffe.
Oh.
You train the giraffe. He comes in, puts his head down there. You hook the rings to him. It goes back up. He never puts his head down again. You're not getting your rings.
This is very
They're
true.
way up there.
This is very true.
So if you get a jerky giraffe, kind of like
Jerky
the owl, that decides he wants to go stand up in the corner, you're not getting up there.
See, I feel like a giraffe might be a little bit of a jerk. Well, their heads are so far up. I think they feel kind of
Head in the clouds.
lofty.
a little lofty.
Yeah.
A little high and mighty.
They could be. But it'd be a good reason not to give them the rings.
It would be. I think dogs too. People do dogs. It's like don't do the dogs. There's too many things that go wrong with the dog. Scooting his butt down the carpet way.
Oh yeah.
Our dogs would
Some
just,
little dogs are freaking out.
they jump on every guest in attendance.
So would I.
Ruin their dresses. And,
Licking them.
Peeing on legs.
Yeah. Heaven help you if you put lotion on because you're done. The dog is going to lick all the lotion off of you. It's like if there's any kind of lotion smell, they're all about that. Like, oh boy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
dogs
could
would
be bad.
I've got another one here too. How about you think 7 hours is a long time to wait for your rings? How about you get a sloth to be your ring bearer? He's just crawling around. He may get there, he may not. You may or may not ever get your ring.
Get the sloth there a week early to start. Why?
Maybe. You might have a chance then at the week early.
That's a good one because they don't move fast.
And
at
then
all.
he may fall asleep like right on his way. Yeah,
Which would be
go.
normal at a wedding.
If you go the other way, go cheetah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, kind of along that lines, I had the aforementioned squirrel.
Oh yeah.
Could be all over the place.
It's so distracted.
Yeah.
You
hook
would
the
never
rings
get to you.
him
It's
and-
running all around the place.
Yeah.
It'd probably get run over by a car in the parking lot before it got to you. Oh no.
There was a sign.
Bring in another squirrel. The next one.
The backup.
You got 30 squirrels in little tuxedos. Ready to go.
Did you have more?
No, that was all I had.
So I had squirrel. Oh, do you have
go
another
ahead.
one?
Go ahead.
I had another one. I've got two more. So the first one, a goat,
Might eat the ring.
the ring, the pillow,
The dress. Your pant leg. Who knows what's happening?
headbutting people.
Goats are kind of jerky.
Yeah.
But if you get on him, he's going to fall over and stick his legs up in the air.
Yeah, just make a loud song. Yeah. Boom.
That's great when they do that. Just like,
So there is some self defense against the goat. Then I guess if you have a loud noise to scare it.
yeah, so it's sort of like the bear, but he don't run off. He just falls
Well, he doesn't
over.
kill you. He just falls down. The
Hopefully you won't get mauled,
yes,
but-
the bear would be a little less frightening if it just passed out. If I scared it,
The goat would scream like that too.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel. Yeah, I wouldn't feel as bad.
Well, let me go ahead and throw my last
All right,
one
go
out
ahead.
there. A mule or donkey.
All right.
Got him at the back of the church, hooked the rings to him. He's not going. Come on.
They
donkey.
could, but if they don't want to go,
He's not going.
No,
And
they
you're not going to
don't.
make him go.
nope,
Stubborn as a mule. So
Yeah,
to say.
it's worse than the owl probably because you're not going to get him moving.
no.
My last animal actually could be amusement for the wedding. It kind of depends on how it plays out. If you had a kangaroo, you might have to box him for the wedding.
Oh, put it in
Because
his pouch.
Jack too, man.
I know. We've had the stories of people like getting into fights with kangaroos and
Yeah.
stuff. So I don't know if he may bring it to you willingly, but you may have to, square up
Spar.
and box him to get the rings out of
It
him.
looks like you just got out of the joint from 6 years. I just did a hard 6.
He's got little
God, he's just ripped.
tattoos.
He just a little tear tattoo on his face.
We got the tear kangaroo. Not good.
Yeah, where's the ring? In my pouch. You want to try,
Yeah.
try to take it? Go ahead. Like what? I don't want to stick my hand in there. No, you don't. Take you down.
Give you a big kick too.
Oh. They'll destroy you, man.
Yes.
Hey, for the guests, that could be amusing to
It
watch.
could be amusing.
Watch the groom try to box.
They're scary. A kangaroo is scary.
Well, they get up on that tail and just
Well, if
kick
it's the
them
big
li-
ones, they're like 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And like I said, they look jacked. I've
And they
seen
always
pictures
look
of them.
mad. They
They
look
look
mad.
like they're flexing too. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, he's always like, I just got done yet. I just got done at the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm all pumped up and ready to kill somebody.
And I don't know why I'm hired for this wedding.
I don't know. It was a random thought, but
Yeah, that would be a spooky one.
we've talked about those before, and yeah, I don't know. He may bring it to you, but
He might. He
you
might.
may
He
have
might
to
get lucky.
coax him out of it.
Yeah,
Try to get your ring.
he may. So, was that it?
Yep.
All right. Did you watch? I did not watch any of the Olympics.
I watched some.
I'm not a big fan of the Olympics. I don't know. I'll be honest, since the fall of the Soviet Union, I've had zero interest in watching the Olympics Because back then it used to be the free world against the Soviets.
Right.
And it was our amateur athletes against their quote amateur athletes, and everyone knew that they were juicing and they were actually professionals. And so it was good to see, and when like the hockey, 19
Miracle on Ice.
74?
I think it was later than that, wasn't it?
80.
Or was it 80?
I think it was
2, maybe? Or
I don't know. I cannot remember, but I remember watching it. But
Yes.
Miracle on Ice. That was great. The young
1980.
Americans, young Americans beat the Russians, and that wasn't even for the gold. That was just to get them to the gold. Yeah. And so
Right.
that was great. But I liked it. We'd always compete against them, and so you had something to root for. I feel like there's nothing really. I don't know. It's just they're all there. I think the last Olympics that I really watched was the first Dream Team. That was fun.
Yeah,
you had
that was
Michael Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. I mean, you had that whole Dream Team, and they just went in and they just dominated everybody, destroyed everybody. But I don't know. I just haven't cared about it since then. I don't. Do you guys follow it? Not follow it?
We watched, because I think we watched a couple times because it was on and it was on to watch.
Yeah.
What did we watch? We watched a little bit of swimming, I think.
Yeah, I mean, NBC or whichever one it is, they played a ton of the swimming, the gymnastics.
Yeah, and to be honest, to be fair though, I've always been more interested in the Winter Olympics because I love hockey. I love watching that. And not that the NHL players have participated in the last few, but I do like still watching hockey. And there was that curling team. I think it was the USA men's curling team. Looks like 4 guys you could just pull out of a barn in Minnesota. I don't know. There's something about the Winter Olympics that I like a little bit more than the Summer Olympics. But
I felt like this year there's been a lot of the athletes complaining, like they're not happy with the results of something. It just seems like there's been a lot of it.
I wouldn't know.
I know in a couple of tennis matches there was conflict. But I do like Lori and I the other night on Peacock, you can go pick what events you want to watch. We were watching trampolining. That was kind of interesting. These dudes get on there and they just go as high as they can go. And then they start doing this routine in the air. But
is that an Olympic sport? It might be cool, but is that an Olympic sport?
No, I don't think it is. It should be, but
I know that's some of the sports. Again, quote sports. I'm like, come on.
Well, we didn't catch the hobby horsing, but
that will be coming. I don't know.
I mean,
that's just me. I'm not saying it doesn't.
I can kind of take them or leave them,
and it's not. You have to be a great athlete and all that, but it's like an Olympic. How do you even? I don't know. I don't like sports that they're subjective. I like a definite winner and a definite loser, because otherwise you're like, well, that
it was whatever the judge saw.
Yeah, that judge liked this one and this judge didn't. Why didn't this judge? And that was another thing back in the day. U.S. judge 10, French judge 10, English judge England, UK 10, Soviet Union 7.2, Romania 7.6. Like, okay, so that was all the thing. But
and I watched some skateboarding.
See again, nothing against it. It's super. We'll watch X Games and things like that, but it's like, it's not an Olympic.
And I'm not sure. I think it might have been Tony Hawk who was announcing it. It could have been a whole nother language because I didn't understand a word he was saying. They're talking about these moves these people are doing. And I'm like, I don't know what he just said. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah.
I did see, and I love this. Did you guys see the competitive shooting with turkeys?
Yes.
Yes.
I love
that was good.
He's just like a 50-year-old guy.
I'm pretty sure Turkey is sent like a hitman or something to the Olympics because
he walks out. He's got a white shirt. It says Turkey. He's got the little foam ear plugs that he stuffs in his ear, and he just looks disinterested. It's like, hey, we need somebody to shoot. And they grab the guy. It's like, I don't know. How long?
You got your concealed carry. You got it with you.
How long is it going to take? It's like, it's not going to take very long. It's like, all right. Because he just goes out and he puts one hand in his pocket and he just puts the gun up. Bat. He gets a silver. Somebody had a great shot. They showed this young guy. I don't know where he's from. And he's all decked out and he's got these fancy goggles and, specialized hearing protection, all this.
And it's
he's
like
holding the
lenses
gun
on-
all weird.
Yeah.
Kind of holding it off to the side. And then it shows him and he just stands there and just shoots with one eye, puts his gun down. He's like, yeah, I got the silver.
Yeah.
I
That
love
was
it.
good. That was good.
That I loved. I'm like, that guy was awesome.
Yeah. But like in the trampolining, one thing and I noticed it, I think with gymnastics too, they do it. And I don't know how they do it. They calculate air time, how much time you spend in the air. So somebody's got to be sitting there calculating when they hit the trampoline, they're back. How long are they up before their feet touch again? So that's part of their score is how much, and they did it in gymnastics too. It's how long is the gal off the ground. And so it's like every time you touch
sensors or something that would monitor that.
maybe it's in their shoes. I don't
Maybe.
Couple of people did fall off the trampoline though. That was kind of interesting. I mean, no one died. I'm not,
I wasn't going to make fun of it until we find out. 'Cause we've been
as far as I know.
we've been bit before on that one. All right. Well, I want to talk about Paralympics. Now, I don't mean this to be insensitive at all because
Yes, you
it's
do.
fantastic. No, I don't. They're fantastic athletes. I sent a picture to you two because this came
It's
up.
a squirrel sign. Oh,
This Paralympics, and it was a guy, and it was a video. This is just a still shot, and he's playing, and he doesn't have a hand, so he's got the paddle, but he's got like a glove that's the paddle, and it puts it on his arm, and they showed him playing, and I mean, he's just, he would destroy me, and I'm not a very good ping pong player anyway, but
Right.
he would destroy me. My thought is, I feel like this is an advantage at this point if you're wearing the paddle, isn't it? Is it not I don't know.
now, yeah.
Well,
This is disabled person, so
this is.
now there's not. Then
Now let me show you this guy. Now I don't have a picture. I will try to explain to you. He has no arms. He throws the ball up with his foot, his toes, and he's holding the paddle in his mouth. He's playing a one-arm guy. That guy can hold the paddle. I feel like they need leagues or something. Don't you? Because he's on a totally different level. That's what I'm getting at.
compared to him.
Compared to him or the other guy, the guy the guy with no arms and is holding the paddle in his mouth, he's playing a guy that has one arm and is holding the paddle. I feel like that's an unfair advantage. You should be equally otherly able or
Matched
disabled or
or
whatever they want to call it. Shouldn't it? Shouldn't they have like levels or they need to split it up some? Because also when they showed several people and a few of them were missing arms. They had the guy with the no arms at all, and he was in the same one as the guy with the paddle that's like attached to his arm. Like the guy with the paddle in his mouth is incredible. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. I feel like he should not have to play people if you have an arm. I mean, if I'm missing an arm, that's a disadvantage. But if I go up and it's like, well, this guy has no arms. How is he going to do this?
Well, maybe there's not enough competitors. Maybe there's not enough no-armed people to play against him.
Maybe, but I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a really big disadvantage for him if he has to go up and play everybody that has at least one arm.
So you're saying they should tie the guy's one arm behind his back and make him play?
Well, I've seen some there that they had both arms and were like missing a leg. It was like, what? I don't feel like that's that big of a disadvantage. It is in life. I'm not saying in life it's not. Again, I'm not trying to be,
Yeah, and it's
I'm not making fun of them at all. They're incredible athletes. I just don't get it.
That one's different because, like in a sport like sled hockey, where everybody kind of has the same,
that's the
competition style, I guess. But and in the ping pong, it's like I don't even know how. I don't know a good solution to that. I really don't.
No, I don't have an answer.
I was watching as I was looking at some, like I said, a couple of these ads just popped up in my reels, and I was watching. Another one they had is they have wheelchair fencing, and it's basically you're just in a chair. Like, it's incredible. It would just feel like they sat me and Mike down in front of a chair and they gave us a sword. We just started smacking each other. I'm like, there's no no way.
Were they moving back and forth with their other hand?
A little bit, but I mean, they were like mostly dodging just within the chair. It was incredible.
I don't understand fencing anyway.
I don't either, but
I don't know what you're trying
I was
to hit.
intrigued because I'm like, wheel?
You know what fencing seems? You know what animal would do fencing? Owls.
Owls.
It seems
They
like an
would.
owl sport.
It's a dignified.
Yes. I don't know.
That one I was sitting up on the top arch. On guard. On guard.
And another one of the sports, again, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but they had Paralympic canoeing. But I looked and everyone had both arms. There was this, I feel like if you're paralyzed from the waist down, I don't know that's, I feel
Are you
like
saying you think they could compete
I
against
think you could,
normal,
they would destroy me. I think you would.
I don't mean that.
I know what
badly.
you mean, but
Yeah.
if somebody who has all of their, able to use arms and legs, I think if they could go up and I think that they would probably do better than the people, because your upper body strength, if your lower body is disabled,
could be
your upper body would probably be much better built.
I don't know.
I don't know. But the ping pong one was the one the guy that's got the attachment that's strapped to his arm, I feel like that's an advantage at that point. But then the guy with no arms, and he's having to play other people who have an arm. I was rooting for him the whole time. I'm like, I feel like this guy needs to win the whole, this is incredible. He throws the ball up with his foot and hits it with the paddle in his mouth. I was a fan. I'm like, I want to follow this guy around and watch him. And the Turkish shooter. I'm all in on these two.
He had a good volley going.
He did.
That guy. He was going pretty good there.
He did. It was unbelievable.
But how could this guy with the attachment, how could he play if he didn't have the attachment? Maybe he can't hold the paddle. Mouth, like the other guy?
The other guy didn't have arms.
You think he's got to do it?
Well, I saw he had another hand.
So switch hands.
I don't know. I'm not saying those are the rules. Those are the rules. It seems like a little bit of an advantage.
I remember years ago there
people.
Was that conflict about was that guy's name, Oscar Pistorius or whatever, that had the
Blade Runner.
Yeah, and
because they felt like it was
an advantage.
An advantage.
Yeah,
because he was, super fast.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was it. Those popped up, and I was like, first the guy with no arms was I kept watching the videos. I'm like, this guy is. I don't know how he's doing it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad as I sit there on my sofa eating M&Ms like, I haven't worked out in a while. I should probably go work out, but I'm tired. And I just keep watching this guy. Like, man, Doug, you have got to get off the sofa. Quit eating M&Ms. Go pick up the dumbbells and throw them around for 15 minutes.
Go get a ping pong racket, stick it in your mouth.
Walk around with
It's a paddle. I have a paddle.
Yeah.
You might have a racket. A ping pong racket. It's real big. I need a ping pong racket. Maybe I would do better.
I play tennis with a ping pong ball.
I'm horrible at ping pong. So anyway, that was all I had.
You could spice up your training regimen and carry your dumbbells in your mouth. That could be interesting.
I could.
You won't be able to lift up your head the next day, but
no.
I think you do like a dog. We put a rope in your mouth and you tug on it. We pull it and you, back and forth. That'll give you that neck strength.
That could. I've seen people in the para archery. There was a gal that did it with her feet.
I've seen her.
She's
good.
Insane.
Whew.
It's insane. First off, just having the amount of muscles in your feet, your toes, and your legs to pull that compound bow back. I'm not even saying we're being able to aim. Just pull it back and let it fly somewhere.
Yeah, she's good.
But yeah, it was nuts. But that's all I had.
The shooter guy was cool. It was fun to watch.
I did like the shooter guy. So
shooter guy.
You know what's another sport that I think would be difficult? Is water polo. They gotta float around in that pool and grab the ball, swim out, try to swim down to the other end, throw it into the. I couldn't stay afloat that long.
I couldn't either. It would be terrible.
I'm like a rock though. Anyways, I jump in.
I'm a rock.
I play the bottom of the pool.
Pick up anything. Anybody drops anything, I got it. For about 30 seconds. And then I'm going to be floating.
I got a real long snorkel tube that goes up 15 feet or so.
They can track where you're at.
Yeah.
You know. The camera can follow you that way.
And I have people drop M&Ms in it every once in a while.
One of my favorite, this is not really having anything to it. One of my favorite Olympic things was the old Saturday Night Live skit with Martin Short. I can't remember who it was. They're practicing to be synchronized swimming, and he's out there and he's wearing floaties and a life vest. He's got little nose plugs on, and if you've never seen it,
they're flapping.
I'll try
around.
to find it and put it out there.
I've not seen it.
Oh my goodness, it's so great! It's
I'm not
so great.
Strong swimmer.
Yeah. You point at him. I know you. I know you're not mad at him. You're just pointing. I know you. I know you. And then there's never been two men synchronized swimming teams before, so we're gonna break this glass ceiling or something. It was stupid but funny.
Yeah, it's good.
So, all right. Well, that's the end of my talk. I don't know if that was victory or the agony of defeat on that segment, but
I'm so used to the agony of defeat that it almost tastes like victory.
Yes, it does. It does.
All right, we're going on?
Yeah, let's.
All right. Well, I came across. I saw today in a news story that they're changing. They're trying to change the ABC song, the one to teach kids the ABCs.
They're going to get. We're only going to do 22 letters.
No, they're doing all of them. I'm going to play it and just notice.
I have not heard this yet.
Yeah, just notice the subtle. It still sounds basically the same.
Okay,
but notice the subtle differences. All right, here. Let me.
C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R
Oh, I don't like this at all. Why are they doing this?
U V W X Y Z. Now I never will forget how to say the alphabet.
No, I don't want this at all.
All right. So the story is, let me get back up to the top here. Different from the classic alphabet song, the latest version. Oh, hold it. Let me make sure I didn't. Yeah. Social media is divided. Okay. I figured that. The latest version is switched up by separating the letters into different groups and changing the ending to "Now I will never forget. I know how to say the alphabet." On TikTok, of course, literacy advocate and Florida resident Jessica Farmer shared a video of herself singing the new song on her account. Farmer, a Rainbow Phonics lead professional trainer. That sounds like a great title. Told Fox News via email she believes the updated version of the song will be beneficial for literacy development. So here's why the change. The traditional alphabet song has a few issues. When sung quickly, the letters L, M, N, O, P tend to blend together.
Yes, they do.
Leading many young children to incorrectly believe E-L-E-M-E-N-O-P is a single. They've got it in quotes, E-L-E-M-E-N-O-P. I don't know.
What are they talking about?
I think they're just talking about L-M-N-O-P.
But why E?
I don't know why they
Where
got
does
that in
E
there.
come from? He's way
It's in
before.
quotes. I don't know.
Well, now I'm all confused.
Who made
let's
this
just
problem?
say-
Who is this a problem for?
I think she needs it.
I think so. Is this? Yeah, the writer is making a fake problem. I think, but
So, anyways, the letters L, M, and O, P tend to blend together, leading many young children to incorrectly believe
E-I-E-I-O. What is this?
L, M, and I'm
Old
saying
MacDonald?
L, M, and O, P. Let's just say it's that. I don't know what the E's are for. L, M, and O, P.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm just confused. I don't get it.
I have no answers.
Who says E next to the L?
She's got incorrectly believe E-L-E-M-E.
E-L.
Maybe the L, E-L, L, and then M-E-M-N-E-N-O-P.
Why are they
E?
putting that? Why
I
are
think
they
they're making
spelling
it phonetically. I don't know.
Well, couldn't you just say L? What is L and EL? What's the difference? L? I'm going to say them both. Ready? This is just L. L. Now I'm going to do EL. L.
Oh, I heard.
Did you see the difference there?
I heard the difference.
It's subtle.
N.
But if you're trained professionals like
N?
we are, you can tell.
N.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the second one was with the EN.
Yes,
You
yes.
have a little bit of a enunciation on that.
So LM and OP tend to blend
This is
together,
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Craig can't even finish his arm. We keep,
leading many
Sorry,
young
go ahead.
children to incorrectly believe LM and OP is a single letter. Now, I never thought it was a single letter.
Now, growing up, my brother did. He would, but my mom said no. It's LMNOP. And they taught you it was different.
Additionally, the way Y and Z is sung can sound like Y and Z, which adds extra unintended letter to the song. The letter N.
not N, it's N.
No, she says it's N. Y-N-Z. Y&Z. Farmer said the revised version addresses and eliminates problems. I think it adds problems. She added, it's worth noting that this version is not actually new. It has been around for decades, but it hasn't been as popular as the well-known alphabet song.
I've never heard that. I'm in my 50s. I have never heard this, which it's been around for years, decades.
Some people said, why do we have to mess with a good thing? One woman said, ELEMENOPEE forever.
This is much better.
Another said,
I can't mentally comprehend it. I'm sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't get it.
Another said, I love this better, actually. I was so confused as a child about what we were saying at LMNOP. English is my second language, too. Let's see. Is there anything else? Let's see.
I'm just confounded, I guess.
LMNOP is the most lit part of the alphabet. It's nothing.
Preach, brother.
It's lit.
We got drip in that part of the alphabet.
Yes.
Another woman said, "Oh, I understand." LOL.
Or
Farmer
was
said,
it ELOLEL?
I think it might
Hello.
be. While the impact may not seem immediate, the goal is to make changes that will ultimately improve literacy rates across the country.
Yeah, I know how we do that. Let's introduce letters that aren't there in between other letters. That should work great, shouldn't it?
And like Doug said, that's what the teacher's for. Teach them. LMNOP. I don't know. We got to fix everything. We got to fix everything.
If they want to fix some stuff with the English language, let's start with some of the, like, LIVE. What does that mean? Well, it depends. Can you use it in a sentence? Live, live, read, read, or read.
The English language is messed up.
Read the words on the red. I read the words on the red ball. What? Wind, wind, wound. There. People don't even know that. In fact, how about we teach kids the basic stuff, like accept and accept? Because tonight, on the way here, my wife says, I hate it when people don't know the difference. Because somebody had posted on Facebook.
Leave it to Facebook.
Looking for a doctor in the OSF group who is accepting new patients. So they're only having old patients? They're not. He only is old patients.
Yes.
They're accepting new patients. But yeah, the English language is so awful with all that. You know, there's polish, lead. There's so many words that could, or spelled exactly the same, but have different meanings. And then you got to, project or project. It's the exact same word. Why do we do that? Why do we have, there's enough alphabet we can spread it around.
Well, now you're going to have a group of kids that sing it the old way, and now a group of kids that are singing it the new way. That's not the new way.
Or kind of how we did last week where we had the 80s quiz. And how many words do we have that we need for, we have synonyms of a word for 40 different words that all really mean the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's trim that down to one or two and just use those.
Still not sure what ELENEM.
That is horrible.
One of the
is.
things that drives me nuts is like, why do we always have to change everything? The one comment on there that it's like, can't we ever just leave things well enough alone?
Just because something is old doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
Yeah.
It can be. And some things need updated, but some things are like, no, it's fine. Let's just roll with it. It works.
Well, and the reason why we've had it for so long is because more often than not, if you have something for that long, it works.
It's tried and
more
true.
often than not.
It's-
I'm not a fan of change for change's sake.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I would like to know what the percent benefit is of changing it to that style of, because it was, now I know my ABCs, which is easy for a child. Now what'd she say?
Well, it's like,
I don't even remember.
Now I something
now I will
learn
never
the
forget.
alphabet.
I will never forget the alphabet.
To me, now I know my ABCs. That seems so much easier to finish it off.
And the thing that bothers me, it's like I think when they add those ELEM, I can't even do it in my head. I can't. It just doesn't work. I think when she's trying to explain that, and then especially at the end with the YNZ.
Yeah.
No, it's not. We don't say end. It's and. If you're teaching kids are getting confused with N, it's because you're not teaching them the
You're
song
not pronunciating
right.
it.
And Z, not NZ. We're not NZ. It's and Z.
Or you don't even have to do that. You could say YZ. Now I know my. You can just leave that off. If
that
it's
would work
confusing
too.
Yeah.
I learned it with and.
I did too.
That's in my head, but
I was smart in 1975.
I didn't realize that it's like no,
I
it's
guess.
not in. It's
I don't know
and.
how many times I've tried to spell a word with LMNOP as one word, one letter.
Or ELNO. Now I'm going to be like, I don't even know.
I can't.
My wife's like, I'll write her a note. IELOVEU. Elove?
ELOVEL.
It's almost like you're.
VEL.
It's almost like element, like ELEMEN.
It's close.
It's like
Yeah,
you're starting
FE,
that.
iron. What is going on? Why do I put the symbol for iron on here now?
Well, I just wanted
Do we
you
have to
guys'
spell
thoughts.
out the letters now? How do you spell A?
There
B.
is spellings for letters.
There's. I disagree. I think somebody makes it up, but that the letter is the spelling.
A is like A. It depends if you're
How do you
Canada.
spell B? B. You spell it B.
B,
The letter
E,
B. A straight line with a bubble to the right.
Well, it's like if you want to spell A,
I know there are supposedly, but I'm not. They can't spell bow and sow and so. Excuse me.
If you want to spell the out, it's like A. Okay, it's like A is the letter A. If you're in Canada, it's EH. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
there's not.
Let's see, its name in English is pronounced AY.
No, it's just A. It's the letter A.
Well, now you have to throw an E on it, like A.
That's
if you're
fun.
doing it that.
A.
Yeah, if you're doing it that way, you have to throw the E on it.
Hey, throw your thumbs up in the air.
Well, I think when we try to change things up too, like this is like a new wave of like the Common Core math type stuff. When we try to change it up, it's like purposely making it harder when it doesn't necessarily need to be harder either.
Yeah, and maybe it's just because that's what we came up with. I don't know.
No, I think it's just harder. Like I
think it was correct.
ELENEM OP. The letter B is spelled just like the insect. BEE.
No, it's just B. It's just BEE is the insect. The letter B is B. It's the letter B. Not BEE. BEE is an insect. Bzzz, it's B. It loves flowers.
Before it was BEE, the letter B was part of the Phoenician alphabet and was known as Beth.
Well, I'm glad it's not Beth anymore. I'm glad it's
Ironically,
B.
C is spelled S-E-A. What? The letter S-E-A. No, it's the letter C.
See, let's look up C. Oops.
Don't. You're just trying to irritate me. Yeah. And let's change mathematics. It's only been around since 3000 BC, but we're going to scrap all that because we've got a better way to do it.
D is DI.
Man, do we sound this podcast aged like 40 years in the last segment. We were doing all right, making fun of stuff. It's like, and now like I'm just mad. Just irritates me. They don't need to do this. What do you mean it's spelling? We're going to spell the letters. You don't spell the letter. The letter is the letter. I'm pounding the table. I'm just my wife's going to hear that. What's that pounding and clicking? I was hitting the table.
Doug's angry.
I was upset about the alphabet song.
He's angry.
Never would have thought that would ever be a sentence I would say in my life.
We're going to record
But
outside now to yell at the clouds for the next few minutes.
Apparently, getting mad at the alphabet song is my thing now. I didn't even know. I didn't know there was a new one.
Say the alphabet.
What are you doing?
One more time.
Wow, yeah, one more time. Good.
Your turn.
Oh, come on. Start over.
Sing the new alphabet song with me.
No.
A, B, C, D, E.
You're singing it too slow. H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P.
K, L, M.
I don't like that.
O, P, Q,
O-P.
R, S, T.
See, I'm all out of sorts now.
W, X, Y, Z.
Oh, no.
Now I never will
Never.
forget
Now you got the kids going to
how
say never.
to say the alphabet. Your turn.
No, I hate it. I don't like it at all.
When do you want
I'm
to do
going
this,
to
Johnny?
go on a
Never.
crusade now to get this stopped.
All right, I'm done.
It's going to be one of those things on when we go to have Meet the Teacher night. It's just, yes, I'm going to need to know how you sing the alphabet song, please.
I'm pulling my kid out of school at that if they start that. A, B. So get your stuff. I'm out.
I don't
care. I'm out.
I am never doing this. LMNOP.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, wrap it up.
Yeah, okay. I don't even know where we're at now. So, all right. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. We need to do, that made me think. School's back in session. We need a back to school one. I got a few things for back to school, some thoughts. We'll have to hit that.
Your new
I'll have to
alphabet?
rehearse my new alphabet song for next week.
It's just going to be us singing the real alphabet song for the podcast. That's the podcast. LMNOP.
I hate those
QRS.
weird pauses.
Yeah. QRST. Like, I can't. It's like your car is stuttering. Like, come on, go. What is happening?
You keep pulling on the mower, but it won't start.
Yes. The cord comes off of my hand. Like, what is ow?
I knew that story might strike a nerve.
Oh, I don't like it at all. All right. Well, another old man podcast in the can. There we go. Hey, thanks everyone for tuning in. We hope you had some fun today, or at least we've sufficiently irritated you or offended you or made you mad. In which case you're like most of our family around us, so that's all right.
We go through those emotions too on the from the start of one podcast to the end.
I start out happy. At some point I'm disgusted. I get offended by something.
We're laughing eventually.
Yes, then I'm just mad by the time it's over. All right, it's over. Whatever. Tune in 7 days or not. We don't care. See ya.
Later.
Peace.